Alright, so the Vancouver Canucks just concluded their game today against the Arizona Coyotes in Mullet Arena, and thank God that they got themselves the victory, because if they didn't, it would have been a real concern. But to be honest with you, on paper this game looked real close, right? And it was, all thanks to that man right there. Honestly, I gotta give Ingram a lot of credit. He played really well. And who knows, maybe without him the scoreline would have been a little bit different. But that being said though, I still feel like this wasn't a complete game from the Vancouver Canucks. Like, don't get me wrong, at times tonight they were good, but you can definitely still tell that they have about a gear or two left in the tank that you'd hope they can achieve by the time the playoffs roll around. Anyways, the ending to this game was definitely quite exciting, but before we get to that, I want to present to you all the highlights from the first period of this hockey game. Well, it wasn't the most eventful period of hockey that I've ever watched by any means. I mean, I think the scoreboard itself is pretty indicative of what happened in that first period. What I will say, though, is that the Vancouver Canucks on their power plays in the first were absolutely awful. The passes were a little bit off the mark, we were clearing the zone ourselves, making it really easy for the Arizona Coyotes to defend. But it's okay, because after that first period, the boys really started to dial in, and they had themselves a real good bounce back in the second period. So let's move straight forward to that. There's really not much to say at all about this first period. To start the second, it's great work from Artur Silovs to go from side to side covering the net. And then Ilya Mikheyev comes in on a partial breakaway and just cannot get that finishing touch, man. So unlucky, because he had so many chances to score in this game. In the corners, winning the puck and making plays, he was playing fantastic today, but people are going to remember the chances he had in front of goal, and right now it's just not clicking for him, which sucks, but what do you do? Anyways, a player that's in a pretty similar predicament, Teddy Blueger, with a great chance to put us up, but he hits the side of the goal even though he has a ton of room there. He's frustrated after that one. They must reunite this man with his boys Joshua and Garland so he can find his groove ahead of the playoffs. But anyways, the Canucks have a power play later on, Miller with a breakaway, but it's Ingram with the save, and later on in that power play, Quinn Hughes has himself a shot and finds the back of the net for the third time in 2 games. Beautiful stuff from my boy Quinn there, and gives the boys the 1-0 advantage. Later on, the Canucks with another power play. It's Pettersson moving through the neutral zone with his head down, gets absolutely stood up there by McBain. And yeah, man, Pettersson just has to have better spatial awareness in that situation. Good on Miller, though, for sticking up for Petey, fighting this absolute meathead. Later on in the period, Artur Silovs with a great stretch save absolutely robs the Coyotes of tying the game up, and he keeps the score 1-0 as we move into the third period of play. To begin the third period, the Canucks are caught out of position a little bit, and it leads to a great chance for the Arizona Coyotes to tie the game up. But somehow, Dylan Guenther has like 3 whacks at it, but can't put it into the empty cage. Not sure how this stayed out, but after seeing this chance, I genuinely thought that Guenther placed a bet on the Canucks to win the hockey game. However, that theory was shot down quickly, because later on in the period, he gets himself on the board. Canucks took 2 penalties, and then midway through the second one, the Yotes tie this hockey game up. But listen, after this goal went in, Conor Garland was on an absolute mission, alright? To give a bit of backstory, the Canucks traded for Conor Garland in a package with OEL, and in return for that, the Canucks gave away a first-round pick to the Arizona Coyotes along with Louis Eriksson and Jay Beagle or whatever, and with that first-round pick, the Arizona Coyotes selected Dylan Guenther. So you already know when Garland saw this one go in, he knew he had to respond. He had himself a great give and go here with Joshua. Joshua couldn't get it by Ingram. But then with just under 2 minutes to go in the hockey game, Quinn Hughes with a shot, and Garland on the rebound off the boards, gets it by Ingram, gives us the 2-1 lead, and the Canucks are absolutely flying. What a goal from Garland, and that's the winner. The Canucks win it 2-1, and now we move forward to a big matchup against the LA Kings on Saturday. So we'll see what happens, man. This was a bit of a roller coaster near the end. It really picked up because the first period was pretty slow, but I was pretty happy with the way it finished. Good on the boys for getting it done, but we still have stuff we gotta work on. 7 games left until the playoffs. Guys, it's getting real. Let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, man, peace. Peace out, and take care.